And welcome back to the Cincinnati Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. It is almost the trade deadline, and the Reds are 2 games behind the Chicago Cubs for the final National League wildcard spot. And we're not going to sell. We're not going to go lightly into this race with the Cubs. We are still looking to buy. Now, I think for the most part, our lineup is fine. I'm going to, basically do a cap dump trade here. Well, originally that's what I was looking for, but I look at the trade offers that we're getting from Martini and this AAA guy. I'm going to get Gregory Soto from the Philadelphia Phillies. He's a left-handed arm. I've talked about it before, wanting to get a guy to complement Sam Moll as the lefties in the pen. And for now, Brent Suter is going to get sent back down to AAA. He didn't have a horrible year with us, I'm not going to lie, but he's a 65 overall, and that's really where we can improve with Soto, who is 10 overall points higher and actually a former All-Star as well. I looked at shopping Jeimer Candelario just because he has fallen off pretty greatly since the start of the season, but there really aren't trades for him. And again, for a team that's looking to make the playoffs this year, I think we can benefit by keeping Candy. Next year though, or at least in the offseason, I think I will move Candelario. Now hear me out. I know what you're thinking. Why am I getting Max Scherzer? Because we can afford to do so. He's on the last year of an expiring contract. We are a team that's in need of some veteran pitching going into the postseason. So I'm gonna move a guy who we just got in CJ Cron, who's actually not very good, but the Rangers are willing to take him for a playoff run. They really don't want Scherzer because they just can replace him in the rotation with Dane Dunning. We can get rid of Tyler Gilbert, CJ Cron, and a 60 overall pitcher for Max Scherzer, who is 40 or 39 years old, I understand. But still, for a playoff run, I will take Scherzer over our current 5th starter in Nick Martinez. I think it makes sense. And now maybe there is controversy around who should start, Martinez or Hunter Green. I'm going to play with the overall here and keep Hunter Green in the lineup. He has been, or in the rotation, he has been a little bit better as of late. Again, ERAs are similar, but we are going to use Scherzer over Nick Martinez. Now I'm going to move Lucas Sims. We have to open up a spot on the 40-man roster, so I'm just going to trade Sims in the process. Or it's not on the 40, it's on the MLB roster, but if we send Sims down, he's going to have to go through waivers. It's a whole process. Might as well as trade him. We've made moves with the Rays before. We're going to do it again. Pick up Brendan Taylor, who is a third base prospect in their organization. So that's all the trades I'm going to make. I think it does help us. Now, I couldn't make, a huge splash, but at this point, what other splash do we need to make that isn't, all that unrealistic, right? So we'll see how we're doing here. We started the month of August well, but we go on a 4-game losing streak. Now we're taking on the Royals. We're going to get this Scherzer start in. We've lost 5 in a row, and we are now back to 1.5 games behind the Chicago Cubs for the wild card. So again, not an insurmountable lead for the Cubs or nothing like that. Of course, we still have a month and a half to make that up, and I think we should be fine. It's just, this 5-game losing streak has really hurt us because we were in that 3rd wild card spot if it wasn't for this losing streak. So we're taking on the Kansas City Royals. The Royals are 61 and 63. We are 5 games over 500 at 65 and 60. With the CJ Cron move, I actually had Christian Encarnacion stranded in AAA for just like a couple weeks, just as he was coming back from injury. He's back on the Major League roster. Now, again, Encarnacion is not going to be a starter for this team, just considering the guys we have. Candelario, I'd rather start at first base, but tonight we will see Encarnacion strand in the lineup, just a day off for our third baseman in Levy Marte. So we've lost the first 2 games of the series. It's not ideal, but here comes Max Scherzer. 3.18 ERA so far this season. A lot of no decisions. 5-6 record, 152 and 2/3 innings. We will see Scherzer here on his 5th MLB team, and he will get Adam Frazier to ground out to start off this game. And I know, again, it's an old Scherzer. He's not going to be here probably after this season. Because he's going to definitely regress. He's at a 75 overall, but still a 75 overall Max Scherzer can help us. I wouldn't say if he's our ace. I don't know. It's probably John Means, but Scherzer goes 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 1st. Cole Ragans now pitching for Kansas City in today's game. 9-12 record, 4.9 ERA. He'll see TJ Friedel first, and Friedel, first at bat, going to hit one into left field. He's going to get jammed, but still it's a base knock. Friedel on first base for Matt McLain. Runner going, probably shouldn't have ran right there. McLain going to hit on the ground. I thought we could sneak by Bobby Witt Jr. right there with TJ Friedel. We didn't, and now here's going to come a double play ball. Jeimer Candelario, Witt over to second to it's Adam Frazier at second base. Frazier over to first to Vinny Pasquantino. Massey's playing third base, my apologies. To the top of the second, the 4th spot, Nelson Velasquez. Going to hit that ball into right field to Matt McLain. 1 gone for Salvi Perez. He's going to put 1 on the ground. There is one Christian Encarnacion. 2 gone for Hunter Renfroe. The power threat in the 1-2 pitch can hit one deep center field, but there is Stuart Fairchild ranging back. Scherzer has gone 6 up, 6 down to start off this ball game. Let's see if we can get him some run support. JD Martinez on the 1-2 pitch can hit a circle change low and away, deep right field. Going back on it is going to be Hunter Renfroe. It's out of here. JD Martinez gonna go yard for the Reds. He'll make it 1-0 with his solo shot here in the bottom of the second. It is his 29th home run of the season, 353 feet. What an impact JD Martinez has made on this team. I don't know, that's an interesting sign. Cincinnati loves Martinez. Well, I guess they do. He's hit 29 in this, 39-year-old season for him. I know in real life he just signed with the New York Mets, but again, we made the signing in game before he signed with New York. That's why I haven't touched Blake Snell at all, because Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery, I know Montgomery hasn't been signed, but in the free agency portal, or in the pool in this game, not portal, Blake Snell's still a free agent. As Christian Encarnacion absolutely turns on one. Deep left field, gets off the wall. Welcome back to the major leagues, Christian Encarnacion. He'll be standing on second for Riley Adams, who's getting the start tonight over Tyler Stevenson. Just a day off for Stevenson, but that will be the third out of the inning. But yeah, Blake Snell's still in free agency. I mean, I wasn't probably going to offer him regardless, but he's not on the Giants because he signed with the Giants after the game came out. So I guess he's still looking for his max deal for 10 years that Scott Boras promised him in game at least, right? So he's still a free agent. Jordan Montgomery's still a free agent in real life, but he's obviously still a free agent in the game as well. And then Michael A. Taylor, I remember, still hasn't been signed either. But of course, we went out and picked up JD Martinez. But don't look now, Max Scherzer, 9 up, 9 down so far. Not a base runner yet for the Royals in 3 innings. As we go to the bottom of the third, Stuart Fairchild hits one back to the mound, but a nice play made there by the southpaw and Ragans. 1 down for TJ Friedl. He's going to turn a cutter deep right field. Hunter Renfroe going back. That ball's up, and oh my goodness, it's out of here. TJ Friedl, I mean, he's still running hard to second base. Didn't even realize it was a home run. Friedl hits one out. I didn't think that one was going to get over the fence, but it's going to be his 12th of the season, 352 feet. It is a wall scraper over the head of Hunter Renfroe, and the Cincinnati Reds go up 2-0 here in this bottom of the third. Matt McLain now on the 1-1 pitch, puts one on the ground, but Vinny Pasquantino makes the play. 2 gone now for Jeimer Candelario. The Candyman on the 1-2 is just going to get blown away with the high heat. To the top of the fourth, Adam Frazier, the former Pittsburgh Pirate, up first. He's going to get popped out. There is Elly De La Cruz. It is going to be Scherzer's, of course, second time through this Kansas City lineup. Pasquantino blasts one, but right to Stuart Fairchild. I mean, Scherzer doing well pitching to contact, but again, the Royals just not doing much with it. Bobby Witt Jr., 1-2 pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. Max Scherzer with the strikeout on the slurve away to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Reds up 2-0. I apologize for that swing. I don't know why I took that excuse me swing with JD Martinez. 1 gone for Spencer Steer. He mashes on left-handed pitching. That ball's driven deep right field. Will it stay fair? It will. That's going to be a ground rule double for Spencer Steer. He's standing on second base for Elly De La Cruz. That ball's not going to get through. A diving play by Pasquantino. De La Cruz obviously safe though with his 99 speed. First and third, 1 out. Christian Encarnacion hits one into center field. Is it deep enough? 71 speed. Coming home is Drew Waters. Can we get by Salvi Perez? We can't. Steer is tagged out by Salvi. We go to the top of the fifth inning. Nelson Velasquez up first for KC. Puts one straight in the ground to Christian Encarnacion Strand. 1 down for Salvi Perez. He's just going to roll over, slow roller. Elly De La Cruz, no problem for him, though, with that arm and the speed. 2 down, Hunter Renfroe on the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slurve. A 39-year-old Max Scherzer has gone 5 perfect so far against the Kansas City Royals in the year of our Lord 2024. My goodness. Riley Adams actually checks in with the base knock, tries to extend it to 2, and that's been something that I've been horrible with so far this season. I mean, again, we ran ourselves out on that potential sac fly in the end of the last inning, and I just ran myself out with a double right there with Riley Adams. Again, I need to improve on that. That's my fault. TJ Friedl going to line out to end the bottom of the fifth inning. We go to the sixth, up by 2. Michael Massey up first in the 3-2 pitch, inside fastball. And that's really what Scherzer's working, right? We're working the fastball, we're working the cutter, the slurve, the slider, really using everything that Scherzer's got in his repertoire right there. And he's going to strike out MJ Melendez looking on a fastball up and away. This will be his 88th pitch to Drew Waters, and that is going to be a fly out into left field to TJ Friedl. So again, 88 pitches. You can't pull a guy who's perfect though through 6. Scherzer has never gone perfect in his illustrious career, and Matt McLain hits one to Bobby Witt. Oh my goodness, you can't ask for a better play than that. A dive and the throw on a guy who is pretty fast in Matt McLain. Shows you the future of the MLB right there in Bobby Witt Jr. Jeimer Candelario puts a good ride on that slider. Deep left. It's going to be caught, though. 2 gone now for the 4 spot. J.D. Martinez on the 2-1. Yeah. So Martinez has struggled since that home run. I mean, maybe it's my pitch selection, but, you know, we're going to ignore that. On to the top of the 7th. Adam Frazier up first. Hits one shallow center field. Ellie De La Cruz going back. Got him. 1 down for the 2 spot. Vinny Pasquantino on the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the slider. Now maybe Scherzer's toughest out left in this game. Bobby Witt Jr. That ball's flown to center field. There is Fairchild. Pitch 103 for Scherzer is an out. He's got 6 outs to go from history. Nick Anderson's pitching now for Kansas City, but oh man, Scherzer's had 2 no-hitters so far in his career, one against the Pittsburgh Pirates in that game. Obviously, you remember with the Jose Tabata hit by pitch in the 9th inning. That should have probably been a perfect game. But Ellie De La Cruz first hits one deep in the air right field. I don't think this one's going to be a wall scraper. It clears the fence by a large margin. Ellie De La Cruz, 3-0 Cincinnati. Giving Max Scherzer that run insurance that he needs deep into this game. Ellie De La Cruz, his 17th of the season. Oh, he dabs after his home run. Yikes. But Ellie De La Cruz looking for that 20 home run mark so far this season. He'll probably get it eventually, as Christian Encarnacion just going to bounce one back to the mound. But again, Scherzer, 2 no-hitters in his career. If you remember that one against Jose Tabata and the Pittsburgh Pirates, that probably should have been a perfect game. And that won the last game of the season against the New York Mets, a year where the Nationals actually missed out on the playoffs. So here we go. 6 outs away, make it 5. Strikes out Nelson Velasquez, fastball up and in. Now up Salvi Perez on the 2-2 pitch. Salvador Perez hits one to the ground. Slow roller. Jeimer Candelario is there. 10 speed, no worries. 4 outs away. Hunter Renfroe on the 2-2. Ball hit on the ground again to Candy. Oh my goodness. Max Scherzer at 39 years old on his 5th team is 3 outs away from a perfect game. Not a no-hitter, a perfect game. We got to get through the bottom of the 8th. Matt McLain with 2 outs because Josh Taylor drives one into deep right field, but actually I thought that had more bounce off the bat than it did. All right, doesn't matter. To the top of the 9th, Michael Massey, full count, balls on the ground. Ellie De La Cruz, got him. 2 outs away from the 25th perfect game in Major League history. MJ Melendez in the right. It does not have the carry to get in the gap. McLain is there. 1 out away. It will be Drew Waters. 1-2 pitch 136. He does it. Perfect game for Max Scherzer. Perfection in Cincinnati on a Sunday afternoon at Great American Ballpark. I mean, I don't think this is what we anticipated landing Max Scherzer at the trade deadline for $45 million, but on this day, he proves he's worth every single cent. I mean, that's one that's going to Cooperstown and beyond. Max Scherzer pitches the 25th perfect game in Major League history. I believe he only had 7 strikeouts, but it's happened before with perfect games with low strikeout numbers. You remember Dallas Braden's on Mother's Day back in 2010, only 6 strikeouts. Hell, Domingo Germán's only had 9 last year, but we've had games or perfect games with low strikeout numbers, and Max Scherzer does it here tonight in Cincinnati, as you gotta think that gives the Reds all the momentum they need heading down the stretch here, trying to make the playoffs in basically a 2-team race between them and the Chicago Cubs for that 6th spot in the National League playoffs. So folks, thank you all for watching episode number 8 of the Cincinnati Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. If you have not yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video as well. Thanks again for watching, and Mamba forever.